Hey there, it's Brandon Everett, the leader of Be Mindful, here for another Friday morning mindfulness class. This morning, the topic that came to mind was the idea of speaking about tension. Tension, you might experience it in your body as a feeling of bracing. It might also show up in your experience as just physical pain, right? Like there's an area of the body, and when you bring your attention to it, all you can feel is it's hurt, it's injured, and so the reason I wanted to talk to this topic, or talk about this morning, is the idea that it takes energy to tense. It takes energy to defend. It takes energy to be stressed. And so what is often happening in the body is that, whether there's an actual physical injury or whether there's just kind of stiffness, soreness, what's happening is that there is an area of the body that is hurt, that is injured, that is uncomfortable. So we'll say like there's this initial area, right? This area hurts. But then we add something to it. And the thing we add to it is a sense of not wanting to move anything around the area that's hurt. And so the discomfort, the tension, the bracing, the pain goes from the thing that it is, the actual discomfort itself, to encroaching on areas of the body that would otherwise be healthy, that have no injury, that have no need to brace or to constrict. And we lose that healthy part of us as well, or in addition to. So in the guided mindfulness practice this morning, we are going to use mindfulness of the feeling of our breathing. So I'll invite you in just a few minutes when we do the guided mindfulness practice to cue into, to feel the sensations as you breathe in and the sensations of your breathing as you breathe out. As you breathe in, I'm going to cue you to notice sensations of opening, expanding, softening. Breathing out, I'm going to invite you to notice that felt sense of unburdening, letting go. Because one of the incredible things about our body is that if you can feel an area of tension, if you can become consciously aware of it, you can begin to work with it and invite that tension to fully release. Just the same way that you would, like if you notice that like your hands were clenched, you'd go, oh, that's not comfortable, that's not necessary. You could just invite your hands to unclench. It's easy to see that in the example of the hands. But incredibly, if you have, a sore neck, tight shoulders, if you experience tightness in your abdomen, a lot of people carry anxiety in the belly. Incredibly, just by bringing our attention to that area of the body, seeing that the pain is not a call to ignore the area, but rather a call to tend to it. So we can bring our attention to that area and then take the perspective as we're breathing in that we're inviting that tension, that felt sense of bracing, of constricting, breathing in, inviting it to open, to soften. Breathing out, we invite that tension to release. Now, incredibly, when you do a practice like this, number one, you are becoming more consciously aware of and attuned to the feeling of your body, right? You're gaining new knowledge about your physical body. But you're also, in that moment, actually tending to your body down to the cellular level. Because if you are consciously aware that there is a feeling of constriction or tension in the body, that contraction, that tension, is affecting you down to the cellular level. It's impeding blood flow. It's impeding the ability of the cells and the tissues in that area to function normally. So just by, noticing an area of tension, using the breath as an opportunity to invite the tension to soften and let go to whatever extent it can, moment by moment and breath by breath. You're inviting a physical healing in addition to growing more aware of your body and its needs. So let's check this out. So for this guided mindfulness practice, I'll invite you to sit comfortably. Take a moment there, rearrange yourself. So as we move into the guided mindfulness practice, coming into a comfortable seated posture. Now, doing this practice with your eyes softly closed is going to allow you to become more aware of your internal landscape, the sensations, the experience of your body from moment to moment. And for just these first few moments, these first few breaths, I want to invite you to bring your attention to feel the sensations of your breathing as you breathe in and breathe out. So with your attention at the area of the chest or the belly, as you breathe in, you'll notice there's a felt sense of opening, expanding, breath entering the body, making room. As you breathe out, whether your attention is in the chest or the belly, you'll notice a felt sense of softening, releasing, letting go, and unburdening. So again, just for the next few moments, the next few breaths, follow the sensations of your breathing. Feel your in-breath. Feel your out-breath. And now I'd like to invite you to guide your attention to an area of the body where you normally notice a felt sense of bracing, tension, even pain. So, guiding your attention to that area of the body, first becoming familiar with what sensations in that area tell you that the body is out of alignment. What does discomfort feel like? Does it feel cold or hot? Does it feel dense or does it feel more fluid? Notice the sensations. All right, and so you're becoming familiar with the area, getting to know its felt sense directly. We're not avoiding the pain, the discomfort. We're turning toward it, opening to it. And now I'd like to invite that you take the perspective as you breathe in, that you breathe right into the center of that discomfort, that constricted or braced feeling area. Breathing in, take the perspective that it begins to open, to soften. Breathing out, you breathe out from that area, inviting it to unburden, for the tension to let go. So resting your attention on this uncomfortable area, breathing in, softening, opening, breathing out, inviting a letting go, moment by moment, breath by breath. If your attention wanders to your experience of your thinking or to another area of the body, that's no problem. Our attention is prone to wander. So just gently guide it back to find that uncomfortable area. Breathing in to that area, opening, softening. Breathing out, the body is invited to unburden, to let go. Take a few moments to notice how the area, how the sensation has shifted, even over just these few short minutes. Does the area feel more relaxed? Does it feel less tight? Notice if the tension has resolved completely. You could begin to slowly open your eyes. So, to close this morning's mindfulness session out, I would just like to again invite you to notice what was the impact of your practice over the course of that few minutes. One of the most destabilizing experiences we can have is the sense of being helpless in the face of adversity. And some people feel helpless to physical pain that they're experiencing. You know, maybe it's more acute, it just happened, or maybe it's chronic pain. The worst sometimes is chronic pain. It really starts to wear on people. So this was intended to be an invitation to check out and notice how much control you have over the body. Notice that by bringing your attention to your body, working with it in this probably different way than maybe you have before, notice that you effectuate a shift in the body. So when you tend to an area that feels constricted or tense, this isn't just in the mind. This isn't just, oh, I think I feel better. This is, you're actually inviting the body back into its kind of baseline sense of health, well-being, letting go of unnecessary tension. So, I hope this practice has been of benefit to those people who've tuned in live. And if you caught the live stream later, the recording of it, drop a comment, a like, a share. That's how goodness grows. Till our paths cross again. Take care, and I look forward to connecting with you then.